Good evening, everyone. I would say that someone left the door open because it might be a little cold in here. But then I thought about it. I like the thunder better. Let us pause for a word of prayer. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, God who has brought us thus far on the way. Tonight we come to celebrate and honor those who have paved the way, those who have made the mark, those who have impacted our community, and those who have left a legacy. And while we celebrate, we are also reminded of the work that we still have to do. So God, we pray that you would grant us wisdom, knowledge, and insight to work together to bring about the beloved community that you would have us all to be a part of and live with and live in. This is our prayer collectively. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. First, I'd like to extend my gratitude to Alderman Derek Shackelford for leading us in the invocation. Thank you, Alderman Shackelford, for being here tonight and for your leadership in moving our city forward. I also want to say thank you to our Board of Aldermen. It is their action that brings about many of the things that we're going to have an opportunity to address this evening. And so I specifically want to say thank you to Alderman Kelly Russell and Alderwoman Donna Kazemchak for being here in attendance this evening as well. As we stand here in the heart of Black History Month, we gather to acknowledge a universal truth, that Black history is American history. This understanding forms the foundation of this evening as we honor the contributions of Black leaders to this country and to the City of Frederick. Tonight we are gathered to share several important announcements that advance our commitment to equity and justice. The initiatives that I'll be discussing are designed to honor the Black community's profound legacy in Frederick, take steps to correct historical injustices, and forge a future where our community not only acknowledges but actively champions equality and inclusivity for all. These announcements are a testament to our dedication to building a city that truly reflects the values and contributions of every person. First, I would like to start this exciting evening with a special screening of our Black History Month cultural recognition video. This video isn't just a showcase, it is a journey that exhibits the resilience and entrepreneurial spirit of Black-owned businesses in Frederick. These businesses are more than economic entities. They are examples of community strength and innovation. This narrative is crucial for understanding our past is the cornerstone of building a future where every voice is heard and valued.
The genesis of Black-owned businesses in Frederick traces back to a time when racial segregation and discrimination barred Black communities from accessing necessary goods and services in white-owned establishments. Born largely out of necessity, these resilient enterprises not only provided essential resources, but also stood as a testament to the unwavering spirit of Black communities to meet their needs and support one another amidst systemic adversities. These enterprises navigated through significant barriers such as limited access to capital, a critical lifeline for business growth and sustainability, and have confronted systemic challenges with the broader business landscape, including disparities in loan approvals and interest rates, as well as the lingering effects of historical discrimination that can limit networking opportunities and access to business mentorship. Yet, in the face of these hurdles, Black-owned businesses in Frederick have not only persevered, but they have flourished, contributing significantly to the vibrancy and success of our small business community. Their enduring presence and growth underscore the entrepreneurial spirit and the vital role that these businesses play in enriching the economic and social fabric of the area. Hello, I'm Shayna Knight, a community engagement specialist with the City of Frederick.
And I'm Guy Sampson, Chief of Staff to the Mayor. Together in recognition of Black History Month, we are excited to spotlight the pivotal role of Black-owned businesses in creating the rich fabric of our community's history and identity. This month in particular serves as a vital reminder of the resilience, innovation, and spirit that Black entrepreneurs have contributed to Frederick. From the historic avenues of West All Saints Street to the dynamic ventures that enrich our city today, as we share this journey together, let's uncover the stories of determination and achievement that not only commemorate our past, but also pave the way for a flourishing future. Historically, employment for Blacks was limited. Women typically worked as domestics in the homes of wealthy white individuals or performed service-type jobs from their homes, such as washing and ironing clothes and sewing. The men usually took jobs at nearby farms or served as custodians, delivery boys, or other low-wage positions. Despite facing significant challenges and discrimination, many Black individuals defied the odds and made significant strides in various career fields, including education, medicine, and law. Their perseverance and achievements continue to inspire us today and beyond.
But through those challenges, West All Saints Street served as the bustling hub of life for Black residents. Most of the services that Blacks needed to survive were located there. These services included, but were not limited to, doctors, churches, grocery stores, barbershops, beauty parlors, shoe repair shops, and recreation centers. The legacy of perseverance of Black-owned businesses in the city can be seen in present day through 88 Visual, BK Juices, SLB Barbershop, Cafe 611, the Affiliated Barbershop, and at Virtual Reality. Frosty's Barbershop, a cornerstone of the City of Frederick's Black-owned business landscape, epitomized resilience through its 42-year tenure under Thomas Frosty Hill. It was more than a barbershop. It was a vibrant center of community and history. Frosty, regarded as a local historian, would share his tales of Frederick's landmarks like the Shab Row, the Tivoli Theater, and the Weinberg Center for Arts, highlighting the pivotal role of West All Saints Street in the landscape of Black-owned businesses. Beyond offering haircuts, sometimes free of charge, Frosty also fostered community spirit through organizing tournaments and sponsoring basketball games, establishing the shop as a vital gathering place for Frederick's Black community.
Like many other communities in the United States, the City of Frederick and its Black-owned businesses are no strangers to overcoming obstacles to serve the Black community. Join us as we learn the stories of the 6 of Frederick's Black-owned businesses: Advanced Function Health and Wellness, Frederick Ballroom, Jerk and Job Caribbean Kitchen, Lee Building Maintenance, Rollins Life Celebration Center, and the Safe Ride Foundation.
Black History Month is so dear to my heart. It's the month where we celebrate our forefathers who made an impact and paved the way to where we are today. I grew up in a family where there was a lot of business owners, and especially my mom, that's all she did all her life. The experience here in Frederick has been amazing, a blessing. So really, since we opened our doors, we've been overwhelmed by the outpouring love that people showed us, and we quickly developed relationships, where our clients, families, their friends, their co-workers got to hear about the words, and they just spread out the words, and people just come referred by our clients. So it's been amazing.
She's been very inspired herself by doing research and looking into becoming an independent business owner, right? And
yes,
working for herself.
Lots of research. Yeah. I try to stay true to myself. In anything I do, I stay who I am. I feel like being honest and having integrity, people perceive it, and it helps to build the trust between you and the patient.
I had to figure out, how do I get this cleaning business out here so everybody gets to know who I am? And the biggest thing was I had to make friends. I had to go out there and meet people, connect. It wasn't just about the service I had to offer. It was about connecting and people see my genuineness, that I cared, and not only that, I could deliver on what I said I was going to do.
In the years that we've been in business, I've had a positive experience working in Frederick. I think it's very important to get active, get outside your comfort zone, and make sure that you are networking in the community, not only with people that look like you, but people who don't look like you.
Most folks may not have the capital to start their businesses. And I think we gotta look at ways of how to help people in a way, show them how they can gain capital, what that may look like. I always say, and understand even the banking industry even more is, it's not all about always a no. It's about, hey, maybe not right now, but this is what you need to do to get the yes. And I think we as sometimes minority folks need to take that time to understand what it means to get the yes. I think I look at Frederick City stepping up and looking at their different ways of how they can help minority businesses out. Being a part of that piece was also important and inspiring to know that our administration now is saying, hey, you know what, we want to look at ways that the city can do business with disadvantaged minority businesses. I think those are all positives. I think we got a long way to go still, but I'm glad that our city is taking the steps to say, hey, you know what, we see that this is an issue and we want to see if we can make it better.
When I started in 2017, coming from Montgomery County, the notion was, Frederick was not the place for a Black business to come and open. But I've seen over the last 7 years, the diversity and inclusion and things sort of moving in a direction where I feel that, Black businesses can be successful in Frederick and in this community. If you look at the fact that, Frederick did have that reputation for a reason, some of those stereotypes belong there, because they're true. And I feel like as we're moving forward, some of those racist things that were around are still, unfortunately, in parts of the area. So I think, when I have someone, go to my social media page and make a racist comment, those are obviously barriers and things that we have to overcome. But outside of that, I think that the city and county have been really supportive of trying to make sure we're successful. If you come into the business, the first thing you'll see on the wall is my face. So, I just try to make sure that people know that, this is not, a huge corporation. This is a small business. It's a family-owned business. And just try to make sure that my face and my brand is associated with Jerk and John.
One thing that I think is an opinion that I have that no one really fights me on is the fact that Frederick might be one of the most altruistic cities in all of America, in the sense that, it's a great place to start a business. It's a phenomenal place to start a nonprofit. Between all of the volunteering organizations that we have, the Rotaries, the private foundations, and just the spirit of giving and all that good stuff. The thing is that Frederick has a huge heart, and me being from the nonprofit world, it's been really, really humbling seeing the amount of support that we get, especially being a Black-run organization. I know that when it comes to starting an organization, for-profit or a nonprofit, that the biggest thing is, a lot of times it's just support. It's having the right people around you, and also on top of that, access to capital and things like that. If you don't have the best credit, if you don't have the connections and things like that, take it from someone who, when I started, didn't have connections, credit, didn't have any access to funding, didn't have a clue, I guess is the way to put it. But I would always give people this advice, which is that I am living, breathing proof that if you have the right people around you and you want it badly enough, you'll find a way to figure it out.
Being in Frederick since the year 2006 has been great. I've lived in other states, I lived in other cities, and as a Black-owned business, the journey was not easy, but it was just a matter of mindset. Just that if you want to achieve something great, only you can make it happen, and it was just with that mindset that I was able to come this far. I'm thankful for Frederick. We have access to education. We have mentorship, we have great groups that we take advantage of, but it's just for the financial part that is lacking. And once that is being removed, I'm sure Black-owned business will be able to go further with their businesses. Only you can make it happen. It starts in the mindset. A lot of times, people's mindsets are shut down or limited. At first, I was scared when I wanted to open the spaces. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but my mindset keeps telling me that, yes, you can do it. And with the great support that we have in Frederick, I'm so thankful for that.
So I was in the military. I was a hospital corpsman. I was in the Navy, 8 years. I was transferred to the Marine Corps as a medic, and I met somebody when I was on the ship who wanted to go into mortuary science. I never even thought about it. That was the furthest thing from my mind. But then when I came back, got out the military, I worked at Fort Detrick at the Infectious Disease Center. And then I started thinking, okay, what does Frederick need that I can give to Frederick and to the people? And there was only one funeral home here, African American funeral home, and they were kind of like slowly moving out, and other funeral homes were kind of like taken into the spot, into the community. So I said, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna become a mortician. I went to mortuary school in Baltimore, said 2 years after I get my license, I'm gonna open up a funeral home. Well, it don't work that way. 17 years later, I opened up a funeral home right down on St. Street, and from there we just went from St. Street to South Street to our present location here. You always have people who doubt what you do, and even today there's still people who doubt and will say negative things about anybody for whatever they do because maybe they just don't understand, or maybe they're just negative, that type of person. But I've had instances where we were belittled, we were talked about and all that, but you know what? When you have people do stuff like that, it makes you strong. It makes you want to even do it even more and get to where you want to be, to one day you can say, I made it. Find out what you want to do in life and then start working on it and work on it and work on it, because you will take a step back. You may take 2 steps back before you get 1 step, but you got to keep working on it. You got to keep working on it, because one day when you turn around and look, you're going to achieve everything that you wanted to do, and then you're going to be in good shape.
Malcolm X once told us, our people not only have to be re-educated to the importance of supporting Black businesses, but the Black man himself must be made aware of the importance of going into business. Just as many Black-owned businesses were originally established out of necessity to provide for the community's needs in the face of exclusion, it is equally essential for the community to reciprocate that support today. These enterprises emerged as vital pillars, ensuring access to goods and services when Main Street avenues were closed to Black Americans. In turn, the venture of Black individuals into entrepreneurship is crucial, not only as a means of economic self-sufficiency, but also as a powerful vehicle for creating generational wealth and fostering a legacy of empowerment within the Black community.
The City of Frederick urges you to not only celebrate, but actively support Black-owned businesses. Begin by asking these businesses directly, how can you best assist them? Furthermore, commit to long-term support. This goes beyond seasonal shopping and includes year-round engagement like making purchases, social media interaction, and writing positive reviews. Expanding your support, consider inviting Black business owners to networking events and group meetings, opening doors to new opportunities, and integrating them into wider business circles. This approach not only enriches Black entrepreneurs, but also diversifies your own networks, fostering mutual growth and understanding. In our collective road upwards, it's vital to support one another. Frederick is committed to honoring Black History Month and its integral role in shaping American history, reminding us of the power of community support in forging a more inclusive future.
How about that video? There's nothing more compelling than when you get testimonials from great businesses and great leaders on the move and leading the way for the entire community. So I admire that video and the whole team that put it together. Shayna's in the back taking pictures there. Good evening, I'm Richard Griffin. I'm Director of the city's Department of Economic Development, or DED as we call it. And I am very pleased to be here with you tonight, and the Mayor and the Board of Aldermen, to celebrate Black History Month and the incredible contributions of many Black business owners and employees here in the City of Frederick, many of whom I know personally and have had the joy of patronizing your businesses and also referring people to your businesses. I'd like to put this in context from the city's perspective. So the Department of Economic Development is a full-service economic development organization, and we try to provide quality business assistance to the nearly 3,700 businesses here in the city of all types and sizes. You can imagine that that's not an easy job. Our work ranges from biotechnology and beer brewing to restaurants and retail, and you heard some others. More than 97% of our businesses here in the City of Frederick are listed by the U.S. Small Business Administration as small. Now, their definition of small is not the exact same as ours. Their definition is under 50. But we know that many of our businesses here are sole proprietorships and mom and pop shops. So our small team in economic development, along with our folks in the DEI office, out of the mayor's office and others, work tirelessly to retain and expand our existing businesses as we work to attract new ones into the community. And not a day goes by that we don't have prospective businesses coming through the front doors of City Hall and meeting with our team here. One area that I am very particularly excited about that we've been working in is to provide service to resident entrepreneurs. That is, you guys, the people who live in our community who have great ideas and want to own businesses. And we've been supporting that group of people, many of whom are using the old-fashioned bootstrap approach to starting those businesses because you've heard of the challenge for access to capital. I'm proud that over the past 3 years alone, we've participated in more than 50 business grand openings each year. The vast majority are small, and an increasing proportion are Black-owned, including but not limited to some of the companies you've heard of already today, but I'll mention a few. Madar Fashion, and you know, Darren, he's got, I think, several different places out there. Jerk It Smoke It Restaurant, Three Angels Beauty Supply, CNA Financial Services, Tropics Pots Cuisine, Rollins Life Celebration Center, which was an expansion that you heard about, Nelia African Market, Chappelle and Company, Frederick Ballroom, Advanced Functional Health and Wellness, At VR, and so many more that I'm obviously leaving out. According to the 2023 U.S. Census quick facts about the City of Frederick and the county, there are an estimated 542 minority-owned firms, including Black-owned companies right here in Frederick, 896 women-owned firms, and 343 veteran-owned firms. So you can see as that number is growing each year, one of our top goals here in the city is to ensure that the diversity of our business community looks like our population, that we proportionately have people in ownership of our businesses reflective of the type of people and the people that live in our community. What this means is that our department, along with others in the city, continue to expand support for diverse businesses when it comes to startup, locating, expanding, and sourcing workers. We do this through one-on-one support, site selection, grow grants, facade grants, and partnering with other programs like Empower that provides support to minority-owned businesses. One huge barrier that remains out there that we hear about is for all small minority and women-owned businesses, but especially for Black-owned businesses, is access to capital. So the Department of Economic Development is working jointly with the city's DEI department and the mayor's office to develop and launch new financial assistance programs for small minority and women-owned businesses using federal grant funds that were earmarked by the mayor and the Board of Aldermen for this purpose. We've researched other successful programs, and we're looking forward to providing more details and ultimately an official announcement once we're ready to launch a program. With that, I'd like to invite Mayor Michael O'Connor back up to the podium to announce additional initiatives happening here in the City of Frederick. Mayor.
Thank you, Richard. Black History Month marks a great time to recognize and celebrate the Black entrepreneurs that you've heard about, our community leaders, elected officials, and so many more people who are contributing to building the community that Frederick is. But we also know that the recognition of Black history in Frederick is not bound to a single month. To truly grasp the significance of Black history in Frederick, and to do that year-round, we must understand the historical context that shapes these narratives. Recognizing the depths of Black history enriches our understanding and fosters a shared space for dialogue, learning, and progress. To that end, I am thrilled to announce a $30,000 investment from the city's Equity Splash Grant to the African American Research and Cultural Heritage Society's Collecting for Community Digital History project. The Equity Splash Grant is a competitive grant program which would not have been possible without the support of the Board of Aldermen. And it provides funding to local organizations that are looking to find innovative ways to promote equity in the workplace, transform organizational culture, and help members of the community break down the historical barriers to access and opportunity. We continue to process the applications and decide on awardees, and further announcements will be made in coming weeks. This project promises to unlock the doors to a wealth of artifacts, documents, and cultural treasures spanning 200 years, showcasing the diverse experiences of African American life in Frederick. Through a digital and virtual exhibit, this project will make history accessible and interactive, offering a digital lens through which we can explore Frederick's legacy of civil rights, activism, and community resilience. This commitment to digital storytelling not only preserves our rich heritage, but also ensures that these vital stories continue to inspire and educate future generations. Underscoring the transformative power of knowledge and the importance of inclusivity in our historical narrative, to the Arch Society representatives, thank you for your commitment to sharing these stories, for your commitment to being leaders in the Frederick community. We look forward to continued partnership to bring this exhibit to life. If there are Arch representatives in the room, can you please stand up? When we reflect on this history and the resilience of Black residents in Frederick, it does not take long to find our way to historic West All Saints Street. For too long, our Black communities, West All Saints Street being one of the most prominent, have been marginalized, forced to thrive on the fringes with scant support from those in power. Today, we're announcing a three-pronged investment in West All Saints Street. The ripple effects, which we hope will extend far beyond the month of February and will serve as a testament to our desire to create safe, vibrant spaces worthy of the residents who live there. First, I'm excited to announce the awarding of a $16,000 grant to the Mountain City Elks Lodge. This will be used for a public art installation. This mural will recognize three of Frederick's Black leaders, Esther Greenidge, Morris Reed, and John Brunner, and will serve as a powerful tribute to Black history, symbolizing the recognition and celebration of their contributions to the community's development and identity. This recognition will highlight their achievements and struggles, educating residents and visitors about the pivotal roles these figures played in shaping the social, economic, and cultural landscape of Frederick. This visual homage acts as a daily reminder of their legacy, inspiring current and future generations to knowledge and continue to work towards equality and justice in our community. To some, it may seem like a simple mural, a piece of art, but this initiative extends beyond aesthetics, as public art plays a vital role in revitalizing and beautifying areas that have historically lacked investment. Not only enhances the visual appeal of a neighborhood, but also instills a sense of pride and community identity, turning neglected space into sources of inspiration and engagement for residents and visitors alike. Additionally, I'm excited to announce the Emancipation House at 160 West All Saints Street will soon be adorned with a historic marker. This historic marker enriches the community by providing a tangible link to the past, honoring the legacy of freedom and justice associated with the Frederick Emancipation Association. This act of commemoration serves as a daily reminder of the community's resilience and the ongoing fight for equality. It fosters a sense of pride and continuity, reminding residents of the historical struggles for freedom while inspiring collective efforts toward progress and inclusivity. While beautification efforts such as these are a significant step in honoring our past, beautifying public spaces alone is not enough. We must also commit to tangible quality of life improvements. And in this spirit, I am thrilled to announce the next phase of another commitment in the area of West All Saints Street, comprehensive investments in Mullenix Park. This historic park is a cornerstone of our community and has been for over 90 years, and it is set for a transformative renovation. Plans include restroom and pavilion upgrades, enhanced ADA accessibility, revitalized landscaping, a renovated playground, and new amenities designed to foster community gathering and celebrate cultural arts. These renovations are not just about aesthetics. They represent a deeper investment in the well-being and enrichment of both the Black community and the Frederick community, ensuring that our public spaces are inclusive, accessible, and reflective of our shared values and history. And residents have the opportunity to make their thoughts known on what they would like to see as part of these renovations. Community is invited to share their feedback on a survey at frederickmd.gov/MullenixPark. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize organizations like the Sons of Reawakening and the Friends of Mullenix Park for their constant and continued advocacy to make this park a wonderful place for our community to gather and to celebrate. Thank you. The success of these investments is significantly bolstered by the collaboration and partnerships between various organizations and stakeholders who have advocated for them. These alliances are vital as they bring together resources, expertise, and community engagement, ensuring that the projects not only meet the immediate needs of the community, but also align with broader goals of cultural preservation, inclusivity, and urban renewal. Investing in the revitalization and cultural enrichment of West All Saints Street exemplifies our commitment to honoring our history and enhancing our physical spaces. However, the essence of our community's strength lies in its people. Moving forward, it is imperative that we shift our focus towards nurturing our most valuable resource, and that is our residents. To this end, I'm proud to announce the Leadership North Star Initiative, backed by a $40,000 grant. This initiative is dedicated to breaking down barriers to leadership and forging new opportunities for Black and African American individuals to influence our city's trajectory through civic leadership roles. By championing diverse perspectives and fostering inclusive governance, we are paving the way for a community that values and seeks the rich contributions of all of its members. I specifically want to recognize Denise Rollins, who will be leading this initiative. Your commitment to our community has been unwavering and inspiring. Thank you for your leadership, and you have my full trust and support in your ability to carry this initiative forward. The Leadership North Star Initiative pairs seamlessly with our next award recipient as we work to engage a new generation of civic leaders right now. We must also look to the future, and that means engaging our young people. I'm proud to announce a $15,000 award to the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Foundation for their Go to High School, Go to College initiative. Facing the bleak reality that Black men have the lowest college completion rates, with approximately 60% not finishing college, this initiative is dedicated to rewriting this narrative. By equipping our youth with essential academic skills and fostering a positive self-image, the program instills a deep sense of pride and confidence. This foundation empowers them to excel in high school, college, vocational education, paving the way for a future of success as entrepreneurs, employees, community leaders. Thank you for your commitment. We do have some members of Alpha Phi Alpha in the room. They're well represented. And lastly, but certainly not least, as we forge ahead with initiatives to elevate civic and youth engagements, it's crucial to acknowledge the necessity of offering second chances. To truly invest in civic engagement, we must also commit to creating opportunities for reentry, allowing individuals to reintegrate into a society that has often overlooked them. In my State of the City address in August, I announced the establishment of our Office of Reentry as we strive to create opportunities for justice-impacted residents to have a second chance to be productive contributors to our community. It was a core foundational part of our Good Jobs, Great Cities application. Today, I'm excited to announce this initiative's next step. And it's fitting as we do so in an effort that gains added significance during Black History Month, when we confront the stark disparities of incarceration. According to the Office of the Attorney General, Black men make up 14% of Maryland's general population, but consist of 73% of the male prison population in our state. Additionally, Black women make up 16% of the state's population, but a disproportionate 53% of the female prison population. In recognition of the need to address these disparities, I'm announcing the formation of a Reentry Advisory Coalition with community leader Jason Lee serving as its first chair. To address these challenges head-on, ensuring that our community's approach to justice and reintegration is as inclusive and equitable as our efforts in civic leadership. This coalition will consist of representatives from justice-impacted individuals, community organizations, and allied agency partners at the local, state, and federal level. Under Jason's leadership, an individual whom I admire for his efforts to be an inspiration to our youth, a resource for community groups and businesses, someone who leads from the front, someone who I've asked to be on committees before, and he's said yes. This coalition will assist the city in identifying or creating programs that will reduce recidivism, support reintegration, and advance policy reform. Look for more information on the work of this coalition in the coming weeks. In sum, as we reflect on tonight's announcements, let us remember that these initiatives are not the final steps, but the beginning of a continued commitment to justice, equity, and our community. Our dedication to acknowledging and addressing historical injustices, to elevating the voices of Black residents, to forging a path forward together is unwavering. Frederick's story is one of diversity, resilience, but most importantly, it has to be a story of unity. Together, we will write that next chapter. As we close tonight's briefing for Black History Month, I am honored to introduce the incredibly talented Ella Warren with Hope Christian Fellowship Church Praise Team. Let's all join together and stand as Ella sings the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Sing a song full of the that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the day that hope unborn has died. Yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place on which our fathers signed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places on God where we met Thee. Least our hearts drunk with the world we forget Thee. Shadowed beneath the hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you, Ella, for that beautiful rendition of the Black National Anthem. In a final thought for this evening, I'm reminded of the strength, resilience, and boundless potential that lies within our community. Tonight, we have celebrated Frederick's shared history, recognized challenges, and laid down commitments for a brighter, more inclusive future. I look forward to seeing many of you throughout the community over the coming days, weeks, and months as additional announcement about these equity grants will be made. Thank you very much for being here this evening. Good night, and may the spirit of unity and progress guide all of us. Thank you.